Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Todd, I spoke to you after Saturday's performance, but what was your take on the game on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall pretty good weekend. Certainly the start of that first period in Coventry, we had a couple of great chances. Dingle was in by himself and drew a penalty and a good save made on him. And Kegger takes a one-timer and hits the side of the net, and there was a few other chances. We had the heat on him, and then they came down, took a shot top of the circles, and it was a good shot. It was a bar and in, but they really took command of the game after that, and they managed to move it up to 3-0. We had a bit of fight back with us, and Dorsey got one. But we started pushing a wee bit, and maybe a little knocked off our game a little bit on the smaller ice. But overall, I mean, it was a pretty positive weekend in all aspects.
And it's a much tighter rink in Coventry. How big an impact does that have on the style of play?
Well, I think that we got a lot of new faces, and I think that we'll have to prepare them for the size of buildings they're going into. You know, back here we have the big ice, and we use that to our advantage. But it's certainly a big transition going to the smaller, the likes of now Manchester, Cardiff, and even Coventry. So there will be adjustments that need to be made. But I mean, that's the same for teams coming up here, and that's not an excuse. It's just something we'll have to prepare, maybe possibly a little better for, and get these guys accustomed to it. But we got a good skating team, and we'll certainly feel at ease on the bigger icer surfaces. But you know, these smarter buildings, we're going to have to find a way to grind things out.
And I was speaking to you on Wednesday after practice. So how's training been this week, and what's the mood like going into the weekend?
Yeah, really good. A one-game weekend, and it's against the Braehead Clan, who the rivalry's really grown over the last couple of years, and certainly started to grab a little bit of an edge to it, which is great. I mean, there's going to be a lot of our fans in here on Saturday night, by all accounts, and they bring a great traveling support. So there's usually a fantastic atmosphere in the building. We're opening up our Challenge Cup campaign. We haven't seen Braehead yet, and not much about any games in their league play. That's them opening things up. So it's going to be good. They did well in Europe, and they should be congratulated on that. But now it's back to league business here and Challenge Cup business, and we'll see how the teams match up.
In terms of the roster that they've made over the summer, what are you expecting from Braehead?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously Ryan always puts together a very strong and competitive team, and certainly they lost a few key guys over the summer, but maybe possibly in a few positions they've upgraded, and you know, they're going to be very skilled and hard-nosed. So we're expecting a very tough test against these guys. We'd like to draw first blood because we have these guys 10 times this year.
I know, obviously they're big rivals, but is it good to see a Scottish team playing in European ice hockey? Yeah,
absolutely. I think it's only good for a game, and especially them getting a big win against a team over there. So it puts British ice hockey in the map. But I think more importantly, you're right, the rivalry in Scotland between Braehead, Edinburgh and Dundee has just grown over the years. I think that we're seeing busy buildings and very competitive hockey teams being put together. So long may it continue, and we'd like a season where we certainly finish on top of that pile.
And is the Fife and Braehead fixture, is that the biggest rivalry in Scottish ice hockey now?
It's hard to say. I mean, Dundee has always been a very tense game because there seems to be a lot at stake. The clubs go back a number of years. Edinburgh, the same. We go back to the BNL days, and Braehead, although a younger franchise, have had a lot of success, and they've put together some strong teams. So I think really, out of the four teams, it'd be hard to pick our fiercest rival, but certainly they all are, and we all want to beat each other.
You looking forward to the atmosphere in the building on Saturday?
Absolutely. I mean, I was talking to Hainsey quickly after the game on Saturday, and this is his third year. I mean, in his time here, and he's been here for some big games. He said he's never heard it that loud, and I got a feeling it's going to be even louder on Saturday night. So the atmosphere in here is great. I know that people were excited by our first performance in front of them. It's up to us as a squad to find a way to continue to do that and win hockey games.
It's the first Challenge Cup match of the season, so what's your expectations going into that? Is that a competition Fife Flyers could realistically win?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen all the teams in the league yet, and there's some awful good teams out there. But speaking to coaches around the league and some players, we're gonna see a mixed bag of results this year. I think that the league once again has strided forward, and we're going to see some strange results. I mean, we already have, and I think it's even more competitive. There's going to be no nights off, and it's hard to pick out any front runners, but we'll worry about ourselves. And I think that this group we got, if we get all the pieces sitting in the right places, I think we're going to be competitive on any given night. And I'd like to think that we have the chance to compete in any competition we're playing in.
Finally, just in terms of the Challenge Cup, how big an influence will Saturday's result have on setting a marker for the rest of the Challenge Cup matches?
Oh, well, it's just like the league game there. We wanted to win our first league game. It's been many a year since we got swept on that first weekend, and you find yourself at the bottom of the table looking up, and then you get into your Challenge Cup matches. You don't have a league game for a month, and it just feels like you're trying to make up ground. We got 2 key points on the board. We'd like to do the same thing in Challenge Cup, because for the next few weekends, it's all Challenge Cup. It's a competition that we definitely have ambitions of getting past the quarterfinals. And the higher your seeding, they say that you get a better draw. But like we said, every team in this league seems capable of beating anybody if we go by results in the past. So we just want to do well, ensure we get on to the next level of the competition, and take it from there.
Cheers, Todd. Thank you.
Thank you.